big disadvantage for them here at Worlds. Whereas if you look on the other side, I do think
it's NA versus NA, losers out, and the draw for the top 8 is after this. So an NA team is guaranteed to make top 8. Guaranteed to make top 8. It's either Liquid or FlyQuest. TL were the favorites all year. They beat FlyQuest all year, and then they lost to them in the finals. So they definitely want revenge for that. Skarner first pick, the Oriannas, man. I've been hating the Oriannas in this tournament. I've been hating the Oriannas. Oh yeah, Poppy's a great pick. Wait, Yone's open. What? What? Why is Yone open? Yone went through the draft for both sides. What? So NA fans kinda mixed. You kinda want TL or FlyQuest to win. Mostly TL by the looks of it. Ooh, you mostly want TL to win. I feel like in this matchup analytically, I feel like the biggest disparity for me from what I saw in the finals was mostly around the jungle. Goes for plays sometimes that are desperate, and if you go for those desperate plays, it's not the lane that gets punished for it, or, you know, lanes that suffer. It's the jungle that suffers for these overstaying plays, and Inspired is one of the best players at punishing junglers who do kind of tempo-killing plays. Got banned against... Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to this draft at all. Let me lock in. Ashe, I mean, I think Varus is a really good champ for TL here. They take away the Rel. I think I would snatch up a Varus here into Ashe, Orianna, Skarner. I really like the Varus counter-pick support. You can open up Varus Braum if they blind something like the... Actually, I think Rakan blind is pretty good for both sides, because Leona and Rel are down, and Ashe Nautilus is kind of shitty, but I don't know if Yon plays a lot of Varus. I feel like he's more of an Ezreal player. I prefer Varus, mainly because of Skarner, and they might play something like Poppy or Cassante here. Or Sion. You know, Bwipo's going to play one of those tanks, and I feel like you need something like Varus to get through it. They have Poppy Jax. I feel like it's quite easy to play some... Xin Zhao Jax, it's quite easy to play something like Poppy Instead, or Cassante, yeah. This is why I would have preferred something kind of Varus blind to deal with that front line. And support, I mean, Rakan is a good blind support here. Braum is a bit risky. Alistar is tough. Yeah, they can't play Jhin Braum either, so they can just blind something like Alistar, to be honest. But I think they'll go Rakan. I don't know what Busio mains though. Ashe Seraphine? Ashe Lulu? Is it a Bard game? I think Bard is great here. Jhin Bard into Lulu Orianna Ashe. It's a monster pick, no? He's gonna go for the Nautilus hook champ. I think Bard is really good here. It's also good against Skarner. But hook champs are good. Bard, Blitzcrank, Nautilus Blitzcrank, good hook champs. Tahm Kench into Lulu. Oh man. Tahm Kench into Lulu. Oh, I don't know how that goes, to be honest. I feel like the Lulu lane just lane swaps here. And don't they have a pretty good time? Syndra. We haven't seen that much Syndra. I'm surprised we didn't see that much Syndra. Who won the draft? I prefer FlyQuest's draft a little bit. I feel like Lulu makes it Lulu makes Xin Zhao and Jax's life quite difficult. And they have Jhin into Cassante, Skarner. I think if they went Varus here, they played this Tahm Kench or Bard or some shit, they would have a much better game. But FlyQuest's comp can definitely look quite silly if they fall behind. Because if they fall behind, they have 0 damage. But if they're even or ahead, I feel like their front to back is stronger. And I think it's going to come down to team fights. I don't think TL will play the side lanes that hard with Jax. TL doesn't really strike me as a huge side lane team. Maybe I'm crazy. Boom! Make sure you like and subscribe. There it is, the lane swap. They're scared of walking here because there could be a ward and they want to show them late as possible. The ward over the wall from the top side invade, maybe. Who are you supporting in Worlds? From now on, I'm going to support the NA team, T1, and Hammerlife. I kind of want Chobi to win Worlds again for the first time, but I want Peanut to win Worlds for the first time. Okay, lock in. What's your prediction? My prediction is FlyQuest 2-0. I think objectively, FlyQuest have shown a lot more than TL this tournament. But TL has grown into the tournament pretty well. They've definitely fixed a lot of their mistakes. Like, TL has shown good fundamentals, but they've shown very poor execution. FlyQuest has shown insane aggression in team fighting and good flexibility. So it depends what you value, really. I slightly value FlyQuest. I also think the longevity of the tournament, I think FlyQuest would grow more. The problem that FlyQuest have, and you're going to love this, is NukeDuck said in an interview, I quote, "We haven't scrimmed any LCK LPL teams because we don't want to leak strats." Well, Funny story, if you win this game, FlyQuest, there's no other teams in the tournament that aren't LCK and LPL. So you're going to have to.
Pressure on the FlyQuest top laner. Had to use the flash there.
He
Traded
should die.
the Ignite of course.
Whippo still sticking around down here, trying to charge up his Qs. He uses the charged one though.
W from Yon.
Low. Whippo below 100 HP. Yon with a nice deadly flourish as Whippo tries to put some damage back into core. JJ.
Okay, it took a while, but they got him.
Going to push
it's like the LCS finals again, isn't it?
Yon, of course, collect it no problem though, and both junglers on the top side of the map.
I like both teams.
And you can tell APA
I think
is in
TL
his
have really good
zone
fundamentals. FlyQuest have like that.
Again.
Oh, are we yapping?
Little magic about them. You're nervous, quad only 22 CS. Who will FlyQuest draw? FlyQuest is going to draw.
A little bit earlier.
The highest likelihood is that the 3-2 team draws the 3-0 team. So it's very likely that they'll get LNG or Hammerlife. LNG or Genji, sorry.
Probably not any
in the next draw. If they don't get Genji or LNG, I mean, there's no good draw. The best draw they could get is, it's top esports T1, Genji, Hammerlife, or LNG. Pick your poison. They won't get Weibo, and they won't get BLG. Can you imagine if BLG drew Genji in round 1 of playoffs, top 8?
He has really grown into such an incredible carry for FlyQuest, and his development.
Oh, he's knock up.
Core JJ.
Knock up from Core JJ with the Abyssal dive.
Big damage from the Tom
Lucio's
Kench.
in some trouble. The stun from the tongue lash. Barely missing
Yon
out on
play
the
that
kill
more
here for the
aggressive?
team.
CS deficit in mid is not that bad. Grubs are up. They should definitely look for grubs here at TL. They have TP on Jax after this top wave. And Tom Kench is first on the move. Impact staying. I think Impact needed to base and TP there because his threat on these grubs is quite small. I feel like if Jax TP'd fresh out of base here, they could definitely push them back. Quad didn't ult Appa, but Appa ulted Quad. He was really trying to contest the mid push there. Yeah, they got 3 grubs. That's big for TL. That's huge for TL actually. Also good about Orianna. Having a mage mid is always really reliable unless it's an 80 carry mid meta. Their scaling's good, your AoE splash damage is good, your lane phase is good, your range is good. Azir is just a bit too nerfed right now, so champs like Orianna and Syndra have taken his place. Flash Shockwave, he's dead. Big kill for Quad. Masu has flash and barrier here. They could Jin ult him, try and get his flash. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Masu. Jan's playing good. Maybe he could have been a bit more aggressive on the Lulu 2v2, but
able to shove them off,
nice shots. Nice block from Busio, but no flash on Busio. Yon has boots of swiftness. Tier 1 boots, can they chase this?
Inspired nearby to try to help him, so
Inspired here. Core's fine, level 5 Skarner.
It's okay to give up CS if you put your
the flash Q is clean into W, into W. He's dead. Give it to Jin. Lovely from TL so far. TL's bot lane is playing so well. This Tam Kench looks so strong. The Ashe Lulu is completely useless for the next 20 minutes. He's dead on the tower here.
Yeah, this combo of the Jin and the Tam Kench, another deadly flourish into Abyssal dive.
Oh my god. Oh my god, CoreJJ trolled it. And the shield. Oh, bussin'. Oh my god, they can't get the Lulu. W snipe randomly. Well, I guess I cursed them. Maybe they should. I think Core should drop there and they should re-dive afterwards if Jin can block the Lulu's exit. They butchered that. This game is it's pretty even. Small gold lead to TL, 3 grubs and a Drake. FlyQuest getting these grubs would be great, but Syndra has TP, Orianna's magic. What the fuck, Whippo?
Underneath the turret of the Jax.
Oh, Jin W's out of range. Is he gonna blast cone over the wall with him? Oh my god. He has flash here, Bussin. Okay. Eats him and blast cones over. Respect, respect. 6 grubs to TL though. Well, 4 at least. You shouldn't smite that grub there if you're Xin Zhao, but it's okay. They might try and make a play onto Yappy.
But the 6 grubs might be more meaningful as APA under attack again.
Yeah, APA could be in some serious trouble here. Inspired flashes forward, but he misses the upheaval. APA is still going to pressure here.
Really easy mid kills. Oh yeah, Whippo. They're losing objectives here, FlyQuest, but they're getting kills onto Orianna.
And is more willing to play these supportive styles.
I mean, worst case, Whippo just flashes, right?
Win the 1v1 there, but it's not going to be a 1v1 for long. Problem is they're getting pretty close to the turret of a Cassante.
Oh, W with Conqueror is strong there. Inspired has ult. Impact no flash. Is he looking at Jax? Not gonna go for it. Quad's gonna have to carry this game. Oh my god, they're getting bopped tier 1 in a 2v2, but it makes sense, right? They have 6 scrubs, and they're winning 2v2 quite hard. Wow, TL bot lane is completely frying. Yappa is a full level down though, but his team's setting him up pretty well. Not that they're playing around him, but they're winning other lanes and they're getting grubs.
The opportunity before the big fight breaks out. Well, wait a second, let's see how Quad.
Nice play. Chunk him out.
Just a little bit of friendly
but Quad just TP'd back, so Appa doesn't really care about that. I mean, TL is just playing the game better, fundamentally. Because bot lane is useless for FlyQuest, they can't contest anything if Tahm Kench and Jhin are on the map. So TL just have 2 Drakes and 6 grubs. And Herald. Like, what the fuck? It's gonna have to be a Quad masterclass this game. The problem is he doesn't have great setup for the ball. It's not like he has Nocturne or Jarvan or Vi or Wukong. Umti is just farming, right place, right time, and just forcing every objective when he has lane priors. Quiet game, but TL's happy with this game state. Jhin, Tahm Kench are running the map. He has fucking hard steal on Tahm Kench. And they're just going to stack Drakes. I don't think there's anything wrong with that game plan for TL. They get mid tier 1 now. They hold the mid push. They have pressure top, they have pressure bot, they have pressure mid. This is TL's game to throw because of, like, the amount of setup they have is nuts. That was, look at this. 6 scrubs Jax, look at that. Boom, dead. 700 gold to Jax. 1k gold lead on Kasante now. What was that, 6 seconds, 7 seconds? Has TL ever made it to the knockout stage in Worlds, ever? I remember they got knocked out in groups with Mad LNG at 3-3. They got knocked out in groups again at 3-3 in another Worlds. Then they went 0-6 groups, I think. And then they got knocked out of Worlds last year by GAN. Did they ever make top 8?
Also got chunked now. APA on the Syndra doing some good work. Meanwhile, bottom side, 2v2. Whippo starting it off with the all-out on Impact.
Blast cones, he has war jump, he has minions. He has flash as well.
For FlyQuest, Impact on the retreat. Third and Tofo strike threatened the knockback. So Impact has to flash away, but now Umpty getting caught by the shockwave. Nicely done here from FlyQuest.
Nice side lane play by FlyQuest. They need to not get sucked into this here, TL.
We'll see if they want to go any
40 seconds on Drake. Umpty should be up in time for it. No, it's TS7 and 0-6. Oh yeah. It's only been C9 and NRG that have gotten out of groups, right? And TSM made it once, didn't they? No, they didn't. I remember they played against Samsung or some shit. Storm Surge Oriana. The Jhin is so OP right now. Umpty should be in time for Drake and they have Impact TP. I think it's fine. This Drake is theirs. I wonder if FlyQuest are thinking of some kind of Baron Force here. Look at them. It's really slow though. They could try a 4-man dive top. It's the only cross map you have available. So Impact might have to give unless Yappa wants to TP top and just try and 2v3. It's really risky though. Soul point. So 26 minutes, 27 minutes, they're going to have a soul. The problem is Syndra's kind of homeless in these cross maps. When you're trading Drake for top tier 1, Syndra pushes bot all the way into tier 3, but you can't really hit a tower. There's not really much Syndra can do when you're cross mapping like that. Can't TP top because she'll die. Sometimes you might see supports in mid. If they have mid push and bot push, they'll base and run top to cover the Jax, and then Syndra can TP, and then it's like a 3v3 on the tower, and then you get Drake, and then you drop mid push, but then Jhin can like clear the wave with traps at range. You'll see those sequences sometimes from teams to make it so, because you don't have a bot tier 1 or tier 2 to take, you can actually defend on the weak side. It's a bit hard to pull that off sometimes though if you don't think about it in advance. Have to use it. He doesn't have cleanse because he has Tahm Kench, right? QuartJ has Elixir of Iron at 23 minutes. Impact has double buffs here. Hold up. Does he chase it? No. There's no Skarners. Don't look at Tahm Kench's hard steal tags. Don't look. They have no Tahm Kench E tier. It's kind of playable for Fly. They found Yappa, flash into the pit. Bucio's out. Impact doesn't have flash to chase. He's dead here, Impact. Oh, he's out, but Appa's dead. Whippo's going a bit crazy. Yon doesn't have ult. Does Master have the confidence? Flashing forwards here is too dangerous. Really good team fighting from FlyQuest. Appa was really split. Jax didn't have flash to chase the Lulu after a flash and stun them both and kill.
Into the Baron pit to try and get away from danger, but then section off from the rest of the team, so FlyQuest are able to collect that kill.
The arrow.
And
We're not done
Can
yet.
they play this?
Nice knockback again from Whippo.
Oh my god, Whippo says he can play this.
Wants to keep going forward, but
he has
he's
Orianna
a little
ball.
bit careful here. Impact with a counter strike. Goes in and finds the kill on Boost.
Where's Orianna ult? There it is. Yon, no flash. Doesn't matter though. Does it matter? It does matter. Eats comes out from core. Spits him out. Yon takes the damage. The team fighting from FlyQuest is too good. Oh, the Ultra Inspired missed. Yeah, but just in time. Oh, but FlyQuest is winning these fights, man. TL so messy in these fights. Masu. Nice arrow. Masu has been very good this tournament. I feel like here they have the ball on K'Sante. If he can flash forwards like Levi did on the Wukong and he can ult, they would have been mega. Masu flashes the engage, finishes off impact, and then he just starts opening up on the Ashe. Just gliding on them. This Jhin just can't get through them. This is why I feel like something like Varus would just have way more DPS. Oh, the arrow. What an arrow from Masu. It's another crazy arrow. Quad saved his ult here, so maybe FlyQuest call a Baron start. Are they going to do it? It's risky though. Their soul's up in 20 seconds. He has TP. Oh, Apres caught. And the knockup means he can't eat. And he pulls him away, both of them. Oh god, that fight from FlyQuest was beautiful. That sequence was perfect from Whippo and Inspired. They're going to try and threaten a Baron, but they can't. There's no threat. Top wave's crashing on tier 2. Jax has to show, and they know they have no damage. They know they have no damage for this. FlyQuest can get more of this if they want. They can get bot tier 1, top tier, mid tier 1. There's so much standing gold for FlyQuest. That's big. I mean, look at bot tier 1. That's standing gold. That's free. Infernal Soul denied. That gives Ashe more time to get to something like LDR, which melts the quote-unquote front line. And FlyQuest have the Enchanter support as well. TL, even though they're up a bit of gold, are in big trouble now. The Lulu is doing so much for the Ashe. As much as I feel like I said in drafts, FlyQuest champs like outscale and should win the game in fights. I feel like FlyQuest is just playing the fights themselves so much better. TL's team fighting mechanics and hands are just worse. It just looks like FlyQuest has so much more direction in the way they approach targets. Whereas FlyQuest just, Team Liquid feels like Jax is on one target saying this person, Umti's going this way, Appa's dying, Yon's fighting for his life against these full tanks which he does no damage to.
It is FlyQuest who are now controlling this game. FlyQuest looking for the
he needs to Skarner ult the Tom Kench kind of. He can't really use it on Sinzao. Maybe there has to be a Baron start here from FlyQuest to pull Appa away. Looks like Whippo's basing, but that base can be dangerous. Looks like Appa's just going to take the recall as well. No engage. Inspired is a level up. How? I guess it's just killed XP. It's just open. Yeah, this Jhin doesn't really do damage yet. He kind of needs Infinity Edge, but even then, he doesn't have the damage into these tanks. I mean, I said it already, but Varus would have been crazy in this comp. But I don't know, is Varus an on-hit champ or a poke champ right now? It's interesting to see that like the Jax was at a point with 6 grubs where he could murder side lanes. Now he's stuck on the tower against K'Sante. When TL's playing Jhin plus Burst Mage, their damage in front to back is so bad. It's just terrible versus Ashe Orianna. So bursting a target down can work, but getting through the targets... Oh, he ults them out. That ult flash from Umti was crazy. Nice flash from Masu though. This is where he opens up with the Lulu. Oh my god, look at Masu go. Eat from Core JJ. Where's the shockwave? Umti's dead. Yeah, they don't have the damage. They really don't. The Jax flash is just desperation to try and get on top of them. They're going to lose Baron. FlyQuest just needs to be a little bit careful here. I wouldn't mind Lulu basing here and running out from base. I feel like she's useless on this Baron and she has no wards and Drake's up in 30. Maybe they can just take the Baron and base together, but I feel like Lulu could have just based earlier. Inspired doesn't have smite, but it's fine. Alright, here it comes. The bases out into the dragon fight. Umti will be late. I think FlyQuest, if they deny this Drake, TL is out of time. Masu has been my favorite player to watch on FlyQuest this tournament. I like Inspired as ult to frontline, but this R flash from Umti was really good. Look, he's an ER flash. Look, knocked him out of the redemption. Disrupt the fight. Impact flashes, Masu flashes, but then what's your engage now? Your Sinzao and Jax just flashed and Ashe match the flash, like you have no engage. You just have to run for your life. Umti's just stuck. I would love an arrow on Yon if they see Tahm Kench. Jhin has IE now though, so maybe he can do damage, but this Syndra is mega useless.
A great job responding to it with mid lane or mid game outplays.
Nice, got Jhin flash there. Ulted the Tahm Kench dead. Holy fuck, that Orianna damage is crazy. Yeah, this game's done. K'Sante bases and catches top. Bot tier 2 dies. Oh, big play though.
As the bottom lane tier 2 turret collapses.
Jax is TPing behind.
It's under pressure as FlyQuest are not.
What does Jhin do when this K'Sante is running at him?
Does so much damage, and learned the
Look at this K'Sante. Jax is behind, but he has no flash. Yeah, Jax base, they're fine. Yeah, I think Ashe is going to have IE in base soon, and when Ashe has IE with this Lulu next to her, and Orianna might have Rabadon soon, I think it's just, yeah, it's unwinnable. No side lane threats, losing team fights. Even if they steal an Infernal Soul, I think they lose 5v5. Ooh, they're tempo trapping. No kill though. That's tempo trapping right there. Impact thinks they base, face checks dead. Oh my god, Masu has IE and QSS. And Quad has Rabadons. Oh my god. Wrap that shit up.
Training, they are ready to go. They know how to play these types of situations with an arrow coming in from the top side. Umpty gets hit from all the way away, and he has to try to flash to survive, but he's still almost dead. You got Whippo going
flash
in, all out.
Doesn't matter.
In some danger.
Whippo is just going to stand there and kill them.
About to drop here next. If the Jhin dies,
nothing they can do.
The fight is already over, and I think it won't even matter. Core JJ will drop second. They're about to make it. The early game can't do anything.
Yappy's dead.
Comes around with
Can't even get a kill.
Impact, the polymorph on APA, so
0-5-0-1-5.
Quad
10-0 Orianna. I said Quad needs to carry. I mean, I guess he did go 10-0-6. So he did carry. 54 hard steel tech, Tahm Kench support.
Yon, the only one standing to try to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like scaling is just gonna win you the game. TL's early game was fantastic. They were smashing side lanes. Doesn't matter. Better hands and better scaling. Better hands, better scaling.
Early game.
TL, what you got for me? Renekton, Ivern bans. Ziggs, Nico, just targeting Yappy. Let me see what they got for this draft. Orianna ban from TL. Yone's open. I feel like FlyQuest could leave it open, you know? I don't know if Team Liquid plays Yone. Appa has no Yone games, right?
Quad, let's be honest, Quad was a monster.
They left, actually Yone was open last game as well, right? Yone being open makes it so Aurelion Soul blind pick is really difficult, but I think first pick here, you can look at Aurora. I don't know.
The Aurora up in a, I just gotta say, I
does
just
Team
don't
Liquid like Aurora?
Impact, and I think he's gonna go.
They're gonna go Nocturne without the Orianna. Because they, okay, so if they take the Aurora, then FlyQuest takes the Nocturne. But they take the Nocturne, so FlyQuest can take the Aurora. But what do they have into Aurora with Nocturne? Wow, FlyQuest think that K'Sante is a monster pick into Impact. I mean, I don't think they're wrong. I think that Impact should look at Gnar here. It's funny how neither team is playing Yone or Aurora. If this was any other team, it's insta-slammed. Ahri plus K'Sante. I don't know what Inspired's going to play. He always surprises me, but I do like Wukong on 3 or Vi. They could definitely go Jarvan as well, depending on what TL pick here. But I would love Gnar. Gnar Talia maybe? I don't know. Just I don't know what TL would play. Oh my god, he's going to play Tristana. It could be a Tristana flex though.
I mean, it's very comfortable on.
Man, Nocturne, Yone, Aurora sounds crazy, no?
Towards the APA.
Tristana Rumble.
Well, yeah,
Appa's champ pool is really tough this world, no? Nico Ziggs ban, he's taken out. He's going to have to go Tristana mid. The problem that TL have here is they're going to lose. They've lost Ziggs and they're going to lose Kai'Sa as well. So Kai'Sa ban here, I think, for FlyQuest. Ashe sure, because Kalista struggles versus Ashe. But I think they should invest in Kai'Sa ban, even though Kalista will beat Kai'Sa in lane. I feel like that's the only AP champ they can pull out. Renata ban should come out, but I think Kalista. I mean, you could ban junglers here if you're TL. But yeah, there's a Renata ban. Yeah, it's good. Ashe, Kai'Sa, amazing bans from FlyQuest. Their draft is really good here. And junglers are open. They have Wukong, Vi, Jarvan. Jarvan's not the best, but Vi and Wukong on 4 here are quite strong. You can ban a support here, but it's not going to do anything. They have Rel, they have Kalista Alistar, they have Kalista Nord. Just counter pick support, right? Unless they want Rel. TL. I think that they're going to have to play MF here, Team Liquid. I mean, they can't go... I mean, they could go Xayah Rakan, but...
duo for TL.
FlyQuest are frying them right now.
Yeah, buddies,
I think your best bet is Xayah Rakan, you know? Or Tristana bottom play.
I mean, we just know there's going to be multiple targets, though, right? Because it's like
Lissandra Rel is pretty nice here, no? It's Ari Vi.
Well. Be an easy pick target in the side lanes as well if you're playing through those sides. But the Xayah,
I think you just pick Alistar or Nautilus and you're fine. I'm surprised we're not seeing much Lissandra in this world. With Ari Vi meta, Kalista, Senna, Senna, Kalista.
Playing for the 2v2.
I mean, he's gonna. I mean, the Senna definitely smashes the 2v2 really hard. I would have liked my what I think was best on 5 there for FlyQuest was Poppy, but Senna is okay. The 2v2 is OP, but I do think Poppy into Rumble Tristana would have been pretty nice. Into Rakan and Tristana would have been pretty nice. I think FlyQuest wins, you know, unless somehow Appa can get really strong on side lane, but even then. Alright, I mean, FlyQuest needs the lane swap. I wonder if we'll see for the first time ever a game where both bot laners lane top, because I think if I'm FlyQuest, sorry, Team Liquid are going to lane swap. If I'm FlyQuest, I want to match this lane swap. Okay, if I'm TL, I want to lane swap big time. Top matchup is good, but I think playing against Kalista, Senna, and Xayah Rakan is fucking horrible, isn't it? Why is Omti here? He wants to ward the middle brush. No lane swaps from TL. I think FlyQuest is surprised that they're matching lanes. Top matchup can be a little bit tricky, but Rumble's early game is quite nerfed. All they have to do FlyQuest here is just stack waves in bot and not get all in level 1 and burn summoners. This bot matchup's hard. I think TL's biggest strength is their bot lane, but now they're in a tough game. Vi's going to path bot and cover it. The worst part for TL is they have Nocturne jungle, and Nocturne jungle has no impact early.
I disagree.
They have Nocturne, so they have no early game jungler, which means Nocturne can't help them. If anything, he's going to be a bit of a problem if Vi starts invading.
After Season 6, we're not watching anymore. All right,
100 Thieves beating C9, Season 6 Game of Thrones. Stop.
Yeah. All right, well, Busio is taking a little damage here.
Nice Q by Masu there.
Remember that in game
Kalista has resolved. Does she have Demolish chat? Here comes the Nocturne cheese gang.
It was 1.7k on Yon, but a flash.
It's going to work as well. Level 3 Nocturne gank. It's so unexpected. It's so useless, but it's going to work.
Showing up first. Busio's going to die, and it's Team Liquid getting first blood.
That's big. That's big. That relieves a lot of bot pressure. They needed that. They really needed that gank. The wave is a horror, though. Masu has the base now. Good base timing from Masu. The wave's good for him. Nocturne gets 300 gold, which sucks, but if they stay to push out here at TL, they die to Vi. So bot is not saved, but it helps.
Looking for the dive. Around.
Yes, W,
right,
I guess.
Let's see what Whippo can do. Needs to buy enough time for his jungler to arrive at least. Whippo with the flash impact and
nice
take some damage from the turret, but not
actually really nice swap by TL. I didn't even think about that. Bot wave was in a frozen state, so they just ran top with Xayah Rakan and dove top, and now Impact can TP bot and catch the wave. He's going to save it though, I think, for grubs. Is he going to save it? It's nice, TP. So now Impact TP's bot and catches the wave. It's actually really smart there by Impact. It's funny, because Impact bought Ruby Crystal cloth armor. I think he bought that because he's on the weak side.
And what is he saying to Umti?
Just make himself tanky. Yeah, this swap is perfect by TL. They avoid the Kalista Senna. They're still down in creeps, but they got a kill, right? So now Kalista Senna ideally after the next bot wave want a base and match because Rumble has ult, right? So if they push in bot and hit the tower, they're going to get Rumble ulted. So there's not much they can do about that. Ideal situation now, just... Oi. Nice backstep by Core, otherwise you get taken into the tower. I think Kalista Senna needs the base, or they just need to take Drake here. Okay, they're going to run top, that works. Oh, the dive is really clean by TL. Wow, really clean dive. Wow, this Xayah Rakan is 400 gold up at 5 minutes, 6 minutes. That's completely illegal. FlyQuest get the grubs, but TL is playing this game beautifully. TL played this game beautifully. Their early games have been pretty good. But this is the same game state from last game where their bot lane smashing, but then they just throw fights. But to be honest, this game is much easier to win than last game, with team fights at least. They have Rumble, Nocturne, Rakan. This comp is easy. You just press Nocturne R, Rakan ults, ease on the Nocturne, Nocturne goes in, onto Kalista or Senna, probably Kalista because of Kalista ult, and Rakan follows with a Rumble ult. The execution's not that difficult, but FlyQuest are here with the match. I wonder if Yon... Oh my god, QuartERJ. They're going to take the fight. Nice, no flash by. Appa looks a lot more comfortable on this Tristana. Whippo's base is late, you see that? So he's late to top, so Rumble might get a plate or deny some minions, quite nice. FlyQuest get Drake. Wherever FlyQuest bot lane is, they run the game. Masu? He's kind of cooking here, Masu. Oh my god, his movement in this fight was perfect. Oh my god, Masu mega smurfed. Wow. That guy played it aggressively. Look at Quad, look at Ari, look at Ari, look at Ari, look at Ari. Observer.
Going towards tier 2.
Whippo goes in for the third, and Topo Strike goes all out on Impact, bringing Inspired in with him. Impact with a flash away, but immediately with the chase from Inspired. Equalizer
Rumble
drops
is good.
down over the top.
Nice flash from Whippo, it's not enough though. Big kills for TL. No, this game should be TL's, right? Oh my god, they're running this game. 5 for 0 in kills.
Massive for TL, and
they denied all the early game strengths from FlyQuest comp. FlyQuest bot lane is even against TL's bot lane. Rumble's 1.5k up, and Xayah Rakan lived on the weak side against Ari gank. All they have to do is get the next grub spawn and they are mega chilling. Man, Masu's played this game really well, but top side's kind of inting, and I think Team Liquid have just played really well on the swaps. The 2v2 has been great from FlyQuest though. Look at this Rumble just cooking the Cassante. Oh, Whippo, that was a bit crazy. They're going to set up a play on Whippo. They're going to drop the grubs, which TL should easily get. Tristana on side lane will be quite strong. Rumble's winning against Cassante. All Impact needs to do is not die. Well, he can not die and he can also cook them, but there's a TP behind Impact right now. They're Ari TPing 3-man bot. TL's play is good, but does Rumble die here? That's a lot of gold if they can get him, because they'll get the tower as well. Impact. Can they get the tower as well, actually? Got a lot of that wave. Yappa gets first by tower top, and he got a kill. Yappa's feeling good this game. Great game for TL. First by tower, this Tristana's 1k up. Tristana's so strong. Quad's scared of a Rumble TP behind him. Look at Tristana's items. Watch that, Kraken Slayer, insta, Berserker Greaves, insta, and a dagger, and a pink. So much gold on that Tristana. TL will find a way to throw it. Nah, there's no way they can find a way to throw this. They have so many win conditions. Side lanes, team fighting, sides to mid. Their dragon stacking kinda sucks right now. It's 3:19 AM and I'm watching NA versus NA SEA gang. All they have to do is get Herald. It might sound silly, but all they have to do is get Herald. And the easy macro play for TL is Herald into mid tier 1, into bot tier 1, with Rumble move from top. Look at Rumble. Push move, push move, push move. Oh, nice Q flash. Nice charm flash. Easy kill. Good pick by Quad. And Inspired. They use double flash for it. They get bot tier 1 off that. That's pretty big, but it's fine. TL's plan should still stick. Appa died. Sucks. Bot tier 1 died. Sucks. He gets a plate for the tower as well, so it's 425. But Tristana respawns, runs bot, pushes. Rumble pushes top. They go to Herald. There's no flash on Masu. They take Herald. They Herald mid. They move to bot. They have all 3 outers. Let's see if they can execute it. Tristana just needs a little bit of help. There's the blade on Kalista. She has red buff as well coming up. Echoes of Helion, Senna. I kind of want FlyQuest to win because I'm invested in Masu now, man. I feel like Masu is so good. Here it comes, Herald mid into bot. Simple. Rumble move from top.
Ready, so they
don't be scared if they walk up. Yeah, kill him.
Immediately, Team Liquid go for the engage.
There's Nocturne dead here.
Oh,
Rumble's
now the equalizer comes down over the top as FlyQuest guarantee their jungler's able to survive. Whippo now in a bad spot though, has to try to go all out to get himself away, but he can't do anything to escape.
Reset for Yappy. Nice flash by Core. Yeah, this game should be good for them. They did the right play, perfect play. Herald into mid, mid tier 2's dead. Bot tier 1 can die easily. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I told you this game should be an easy one for them. Yeah, FlyQuest. TL don't really have a tank, they just have so much damage. And FlyQuest can, I mean, the Cassante will die, but they can also just ignore the Cassante. All they have to do now is secure mid push into bot. They get bot tier 1, bot tier 2, or they can even play for top tier 2. And there's bot tier 1 dead. The pace is back for TL. The pace is really back for TL here. I'm surprised there's no objective bounties for FlyQuest yet. FlyQuest in scale? Nah, they can't. TL have too much engage. If TL let FlyQuest get to 30 minutes, they are completely trolling. They should be flashing on them on cooldown. Look at Tristana's items at 17 minutes. Look at Xayah. All they have to do now is, I mean, they can play for tier 2 top or they can play for Nash.
be always farming a camp.
They have tier 2 mid dead in 17 minutes. They can literally hold FlyQuest in their base this early on.
FlyQuest out of the map. Now
that is deep though. That is very deep.
Diving after the AD carry.
I have no idea what the fuck Umpty's doing. And now Yon's gonna die. I am very confused with what I just witnessed. Why did Umpty do that? Ahri has 3 stacks here.
It's a 2-for-1 trade favoring Fly so far. Impact's got to try to get away. Quad running out of spear.
What the fuck did Umpty just do? What?
Team Liquid.
Yon is so tilted. He's like, why the fuck are we doing that? Oh my god, Umpty, what was that? I mean, if they start doing things like that, then obviously TL can come back, but I mean, if I can come back, but what is TL doing? I mean, Yon must be so tilted. What the fuck is that Nocturne doing? Look at FlyQuest laughing. They're like, what the fuck is TL doing? It's not 1 for Fly, and they're still going to lose this game on paper, but you can't do things like that. Here goes another one.
Here we go again.
No flash on Cassante.
This time after Bwipo. All out to try to get the Cassante away.
Should be an easy kill.
Now in a 1v2. Impact providing the damage. Dawning Shadow for a shield. But
TP from Ahri is a bit crazy, but maybe she can cook up the Nocturne. He missed the charm though.
Impact will secure that kill. And now APA
not a bad pick.
Quad back as
That's a bit better.
Even with
in my head, I'm like, this game's over. But maybe it's not. Like, TL look a little bit like unsure that the game's winnable and 1. It's hard to describe. I don't know. Not that they're choking. They just do they think that they're 10k up or something the way they're playing? Like, look at mid-wave. Look at that. Look where Cassante is. That's where they have to catch these waves. Tier 3 mid. That's how far away from Baron they are. That's how much control they have. Look at Cassante again. Look where he has to catch these waves. You have double 80 carry for Baron. You're good, TL. Don't sweat it. You're good. How has Bwipo gotten here? What? What is my man doing? They just need to wait for Rumble to push bot. That's it. Cassante has 1 turn towards mid. Just let Rumble push bot. Ahri's getting pretty strong, but nothing close to Rosanna yet. I'm sure Appa's on all the gold. All I'm saying is with the map control TL have and have had, one of these tier 2s on side lane should have died, whether it's top or bot. Like, you can actually just use Rumble to zone off the tower. Oh my god. Oh, respect, y'all. Respect. Why is FlyQuest trying to do that? They're trying to R flash, but he flash R'd, not R flashed, so he didn't catch Sai off guard. Well, they just gave TL Baron. So the mechanic on Vi there is you ult, and then you flash in the ult channel to land the knock-up earlier, so Xayah can't time it well. But what Inspire did there was he flashed and then ulted, so it's quite easy for Xayah to time it. I'm not really sure what FlyQuest can do here without Ahri ult. This is just dead. Maybe a random Baron steal, not sure. Oh my god, Bwipo just sent it. Umpty flashed out the pit! Okay, he had Blast Cone, Jesus. Yeah, TL can't lose this game now. Unlosable. Unlosable. Oh, he did R flash. Actually, Yon reacted well and then flashed in. Actually, Inspire played it correctly, but I think the range is just too long, so Xayah can always react. Well played by Yon though, really well played. Really well played by Yon. TL were stressing on how to end the game, but now they're 10k up on a soul point. This is absolutely unthrowable. And I'm not even trying to ult here. TL just need to focus and close it out cleanly. If it's hard to end the game, if the enemy team ints into you, it becomes much easier to end the game.
We're so far behind. Actually, they go for both plays.
They want to go
he
in
ulted out
to
cancel the Vial.
CoreJJ is ready to try to back up his jungler.
The Rumble ult was nice to stop the exit, but doesn't do that much damage. Yon might die here. Oh, he's won. The Q missed. He's out of range just. Flash Q from Busio to heal Quad. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. But Masu should kill Impact. Oh, he jumped into him. Oh, Masu jumped into him. Yon died. Quad's alive with Busio. What the hell? My god, Yon just barely survived there. Yon was gliding. I like the Nocturnal to cancel the Vial. CoreJJ ults onto the Cassante, which I'm not a huge fan of, and then Rumble ult was kind of wasted. Yon here is basically 1v2ing.
Who goes in and starts the hope for FlyQuest because he
just runs for his life
very low initially, but they
in a straight line and then tries to hit. Pullback was good. And then he's just kiting the Cassante as much as possible. I feel like this bot lane of TL is carrying them so hard in some of these games. Like the Lucian Namis they play, the Desire Rakan, even the Jin Tam Kench last game, even though they were useless later on, they're doing so much work for the team. Why do I feel like Team Liquid can still throw? No, they can't. They can't. They have 3 item cores on both AD carries and level 17 Tristana with a Rumble who's almost 16, who's almost 4k up on Cassante.
He still doesn't have his flash quite yet.
Inspired with the engage, a lot of damage on the APA, but he rocket jumps back over the wall to stay alive. Plenty of damage, just burning Inspired away.
Oh my god, Umti, Jesus, calm down.
A little bit late.
Is it over?
It's already won here for Team Liquid as Yon uses the
How is FlyQuest even competitive in these fights?
He was way too close to death.
Like,
he and Core just barely hanging up.
They're 10k down, and the fights are playable.
Those Nexus turrets.
The root hit impact, yeah, Zonya, so Masua's barrier.
He tries to go forward after Masu. Masu using the Fade's call, trying to bring him back.
What the hell is happening, man? Oh my god! Is the Senna just healing everyone through all this damage? Look at Xayah Tristana items. How are they not just shredding them? I feel like the Senna is healing them a lot. The Rumble ults aren't really landing properly because he doesn't have the best setup. And Nocturne's kind of ulting on his own, playing solo queue.
Not allowing TL to take an inch.
They're top guys. Maybe I'm dead. Yeah, 3 top.
And one of those three
Baron's in 10, I don't have to
makes it very hard for the Cassante to try to get away.
He's fucking dead. Now Baron's gone for free, right? Yon's low though. I mean, TL just have to go to Drake even in the game's won. They have Mountain Soul against RE5. Mountain Soul 10k. Just fucking end this game. The worry I have for TL is like, in 4 days you're playing a quarterfinals match if you win this series. And you're struggling to end versus FlyQuest with a 10k gold lead. If this is LNG or something, you're going to get fucked. They need to really lock in their mid to late game. The early games are fine. The early games are actually like competitive against the top teams in Worlds, no joke. But my god, man, their mid to late game is fucking disgusting. Is this the 20k gold lead game? Nah, it's not, I think. And it's the opposite for FlyQuest. Like FlyQuest's mid to late game in their team fighting is crazy good. But if you win this series in 4 days, you're playing against the best teams in the world, and their early game is dog shit. It is. It is fucking trash. They went down early against Hamolife, against everyone. They lost early game, and they won late game. So if FlyQuest could just give TL their late game, or TL could just give FlyQuest their early game, I feel like they might have a chance. But Jesus, man.
18 Tristana, APA has massive damage, engaged with the grand entrance from Core J.
That's all they had to do 20 minutes ago.
Already killed Inspired before the Vi could do
and then it's Force Baron.
5v4.
In this case, they can push into tripling him because Pop Tier 3 is dead.
And defend what's left of their base. Whippo's nearly killed already as he tries to retreat now. Third and Topo strike with a knockback onto Umpty, but it ain't gonna matter. The Flame Spitter putting so much damage into Whippo. He'll burn
Ignite,
away
baby.
before he can reach.
Alright, we're going to the third. Oh my god, it's been 9 games today. I'm losing my mind. But we're gonna lock the fuck in for the last game. Wow. 9 games for Swiss.
2024 as Team
Alright, TL, it was disgusting, but you'll make it happen.
In game number 2,
Alright,
they were
it looks like similar bans before the Nocturne prior was over the Aurora.
Hey, we just picked a little massive. Very good.
Are they going to go Aurora Nocturne here? Rumble Nocturne? Tristana?
Change on the game with that
he looks comfortable on the Tristana, but they could fall into the trap.
He goes probably in the last few series. Okay, had been the Nocturne for Umpty. Went out there for a scam with it, but making a slight deviation here, which makes me think if they
Sejuani Rumble Tristana?
Yeah,
it's 100% Sejuani Rumble Tristana.
I think that they want to
now, is he going to save that pocket pick top for 4-5, or is he just going to slam something now? Because I think full top side for FlyQuest is pretty good here. Taking Cassante. Oh my god, it's Galio top. I knew he was cooking some shit.
Galio Yone,
I like that. Now here comes Tristana.
So well
what about
into
Vayne mid thoughts?
To dive like this.
It's Kled mid into Yone!
So APA, okay.
It's Kled mid! Oh my god, TL cooked. They cooked. They cooked hard.
Came in to finish at the top of Champions Queue when that was going. Grinder,
oh my god. You know, Kai'Sa would be great for TL.
This is crazy.
How many
actually,
times
you know what? I think Vayne is such a monster pick against Galio, Skarner, Engage support if you give them Kai'Sa. But I doubt they'll do it.
chooses
they ran
this
Renata for the Kalista. Ash is open.
Yone
Ash is quite a
Galio.
strong champ right now for both
See if he
sides.
can do it. The other thing here is that the Galio is very into
what
a
is Yone
Kled.
doing here?
And so there's going to be a...
Kais is good, but is it too much AP damage? Maybe Ezreal is also not good, but I think Vayne is so good against FlyQuest champs. I wonder if they blind support here like Rakan. Rel, sorry. He's going to go Kai'Sa anyway. Yeah, I think Kai'Sa makes sense, but I feel like it's too much AP. Yeah, it's too much AP. I mean, I don't know, just enjoy. Jesus, take the wheel. Kai'Sa, Alistar.
Can you punish enough decisions?
Maybe I jump on real quick.
All right,
Kled
so
mid.
we're talking about this Kled a lot. It's a huge...
Too early in a team fight. It is very difficult to be able to get that.
I wonder if...
Right,
I mean, QUARTS probably never played this matchup before. I don't really know how it goes, but I'm guessing Kled ult can follow through Yone ult pretty easy. Doran's Blade, Kled mid. I mean, it looks like he gets early prio. So, Appa took the base, he lost the cannon. Did Yone fail cleanse something? I didn't see it. Empty full clear. He's going to play around mid, of course. Sejuani, Kled is crazy OP.
They want to try to get some power here with this Sejuani. The Soul Unbound has already been spent by Quad, but now he's trying to get away over to Inspired.
Nice peel by Inspired.
Eastall's impact slams APA into the wall, but Quad is already down to 250 HP.
So they get
Yone trying to get away, goes back in for the Q3, but he ain't gonna find
enough
enough here just
he needs
yet.
to get back on his bike.
There. Now the first blood for Inspired.
They won the 2v2 mid. They won the 2v2 mid early against Kled Sejuani. That is not good for TL. Whipple is hovering. It looks like the Galio gets top push. Quad also has Vamp Scepter now, so like this lane is just so much better already for Yone.
And that is a disaster.
This is not good for TL.
The worst end of a trade up here in the top lane, but now
Skarner, such an OP champ, no flash core. The root.
This time looking for core and Yawn. Core
They're bleeding out.
is turned to hamburger.
Nice movement from Impact. TL's bleeding out a bit here.
The pressure
Inspired's
just
running the map.
the bottom. Inspired gets
This is what I said. What happens if FlyQuest win the early game? Then what? Is it just over? First rate TL is good, but they have full control of top side here. Whippo hasn't TP'd back yet. They could play a top dive, but I feel like, oh, they're swapping on the top dive. This is going to work maybe if they can connect on Impact, but Impact's going at level 6 here. On the wave, he can ult the wave.
Impact just hits level 6.
Decent-ish ult, didn't get the last range creep though. I mean, it's hard to play against that, isn't it? If Inspired tanks, he has Ruby Crystal, Giant Spelt. Good macro, good swap from Fly.
Hope though.
Maybe they can get one with Smite.
TL fans that might be watching this
but
kind of slip away from them. Galio is also level 6.
Ready with the charge. Team
Liquid
firing it off.
Oh my god, it's Armageddon! Yone! TL losing!
Whippo makes his entrance.
Two kills to Yone.
Are slaughtering
can't get out.
Liquid. A double kill.
It's over,
and
I think.
APA with no flash.
This is
All
a
it has
horror
left
game.
to determine is who's getting the money here for
FlyQuest
Fly.
are taunting
They'll get the taunt there from Whippo.
Oh my god, this Yone's 1k up, Zaya's 1k up. 4 melee champs on both sides. There's 4 melee champs on both sides, so when a fight snowballs like this, you all just get wiped. And when a game snowballs like this with this many melee champs, you just get wiped on cooldown. It's so hard to come back when there's so many melee champs in a game. You just get massacred if they're ahead. The problem is, like in my head, I haven't watched Kled versus Yone before. In my head, Kled can get pushed and he wins 2v2 with Sejuani, but they lost that. And when Yone gets played the Ruined King, I think he just fucks up the Kled real hard. It's a shame to end on a pocket pick like this and lose, isn't it? Coming back into this game for TL, the only way, the reason I say 4 melee champs aside is hard to come back is oftentimes melee champs are engage or bruisers. And so the only way you can come back is by engaging and fighting. But you're fighting into engaged bruisers who are ahead of you. So it's kind of like a skinny guy fights a strong guy, you know? That's kind of what melee versus melee champs are like if they fall behind. You just get fucking sucker punched in the face. So your best bet is numbers advantage and forcing. So look at TL, they 4-man stack top. Just engage, but they're warded on, so it's not going to happen. Impact, no flash. Skarner has ult here. La la la. Insta dead. The heart still stacking.
There's no chance of escape for the Rumble.
Sejuani's trying to look mid. He's pinging for a mid play, but look where Quad's standing. He's not going to fall for it. What do you mean? It's basically like Caedrel fighting anyone. I'm pretty jacked.
Why? in this early
Inspired
game,
is just
game number 3.
dominating.
Overload with a lot
Quad's
of people,
playing so good.
They've got a Kaisa to try and back it up too. Here comes
Quad,
Impact on
tell
the
me if I'm
rumble.
wrong here, but I think Quad is the best player in this game.
Staring down the barrel of 4v1.
Like,
Goes
on
for the
paper,
taunt,
he is just the best player.
APA,
Oh my god, Whippo played that really well.
Goes for the Justice
But they have
Punch
Alistar
again,
ult.
to keep himself alive.
But Sejuani's
the
tanking.
lockup is too much. Team Liquid,
They're
11
losing top
minutes
tower
into the
to
game.
Xayah. Xayah is so
Find
good
their
against their
first kill,
champs.
But if you're one turn,
No
the
flash
first
from
turn of the
Kaisa.
game in the top lane, going back to
Impact,
FlyQuest.
Inspired doesn't have ult yet.
Solo, and they lose all of the
Inspired
grubs
is-
as well.
I mean, if some of you say yep, and then some of you say Inspired is, that just says their mid jungle is crazy stacked though. Oh man, this is a really sad way for TL to lose.
On the precipice
Yone
here
has Blade now. This Kled can't play the side lanes.
Of course, job
Yone with Blade and Xayah ahead is gonna
Team Liquid fans, I
fucking
regret to
destroy
inform
TL's
you,
comp.
Quad now. The Yone
Are they calling for a dive here?
APA
They're gonna press tab and
with
see
his
Yone's item and
brutalizer
call this play off
Tiamat
very quickly.
Not quite with
Is Kled
Didn't have
has
smite
to
up.
fight his way
Inspired.
out. Dangerous take that bonus
Appa
move
has
speed.
Hydra.
It's all crap, and when
I
you're this
still
far
think
down,
Yone
it's just so hard
destroys
to do,
him.
but TL gonna look
Maybe
for
if he
Whippo.
had played the
I
steel
just
caps,
don't
he
even
could
think
win.
they have
Or JJ
Yeah, they
and
definitely don't
Impact.
have the
I don't
damage
see
to
how
kill
you're
him.
going to get taunt
There's
onto
nothing's gonna
Impact
happen.
there. Whippo with the snap
He's
trade.
so
Whippo
tanky,
takes
Whippo.
no damage. Now ready to also join. Ishtal Impact through the wall. And
He
it's
has no
a TP
aftershock,
coming in
Whippo.
for
It's on
FlyQuest.
cooldown.
We're
That
gonna get
hurts.
an even 3v3.
But he's still unkillable.
Whippo disengages, and Inspired has the impale onto Impact, who has to try to flash
man,
away.
Quad
With
is
the
just
face
fucking-
sealed from Quad hits the
He's
mark.
confident, he's ahead.
FlyQuest 1-0 in the 3v3.
Whippo has no TP for top here though.
He's
He's gonna get bot tier 1 here, Yone.
They're going to be looking for Whippo.
TP
and that's
plays
why they're down there to
desperate.
support.
Quad now.
Quad East to get the
target
Q3,
for
he's
Upti
fine.
and APA, who goes in with a teleport, but it's just so easy. Force him
Whippo's like,
back,
"What do you know? I have ult. Can you guys
he
go?
then
Can you go?
snap back
Okay,
to his
let's
original
push
next
I
to
feel like
it.
Whippo's
Quad
movement,
gets
you
out
want them
easy
to turn
peasy.
that.
Yeah, win.
FlyQuest will get Herald.
It's been an
I mean,
uphill day out
it is,
ever since then. Taking over in the
I don't like
finals,
saying this, but
Winions in the base.
it's over.
But here,
I don't like saying
LCK
games are over, but I can tell you this one
seed
is.
to the very brink.
Whippo's kind of close here. They have Kaisa ult.
Gives fans a lot of hope.
Whippo in some trouble though as the killer instinct from Yon joins APA, who uses
Oh,
the
that's my bad.
charge to
Kaisa
continue the
ult,
chase
Kled ult.
after the
Oh, my
Galio.
bad. It's okay.
He's
We got
very
Herald
tanky
FTP.
against magic damage.
Yeah,
but
he's
against
right.
physical
They get a
takes to
kill,
cut
but they
through.
don't really get anything off
Gonna
that.
be able to get
They can as well.
So
And the
FlyQuest
Kled
have
just kinda
Herald
has
and they
to
have
lead
all
the
3
charge.
altar towers.
That's what
So
the champ is built to do.
often in games when you're ahead and you have all 3 altars,
into one member that
you have
you
Herald
see
still,
and hope for
you
the
can
best.
blow open a
I mean,
side lane
honestly,
so hard.
5v5ing as Kled is hard.
So
at
FlyQuest
the
are looking
best
for
of
some
times.
kind of play onto
So I
Kled.
think, when you are behind
If
like
Kled
this, all
dies
you
or
can
is
really
chunked
do
out,
is
that
just try
bot
to
tier 2
overload a
is
side
murdered.
lane.
You can
hope
blow
that
open the game
FlyQuest aren't
so
there to
hard over
defend
side,
on
and you have
that
Whippo's
side,
TP right.
and you can create it to keep going for it.
Appa's
But
playing very
FlyQuest
safe,
are
though.
pushing in, getting vision,
Quarte
covering
is
their
covering.
side. So difficult.
things like that
for
happen,
TL
you can just
to
Herald
ever
mid.
find.
I wish this game was a bit closer though. I'd love to end Swiss stage on a
Takeover
monster
vision in the
bang.
enemy jungle,
But
really
my
start to
my
threaten
second win is
those
coming. I
Baron
can
takes,
feel it.
Force TL to come in.
Use that to
game is,
knock down the tier 2 turret.
this is a
here in
scrim,
the
it's a
mid lane.
remake, I
They
can
were
tell you that for a
already
fact.
gonna just right
Move to
and
tier 2 on
drive
bot,
it into
6
a turret
grubs,
as
Yone
the
has
first
to
one
demolish.
before it was get a double
TL's,
Herald rush.
yeah.
Man,
Man, if I was a TL fan, I'd be so fucking depressed right now. Really?
Maybe they burger flip.
You win that game 2, and this is what happens in game 3.
And steal away a big
Oh my
objective
god.
bounty, at the same
But you have to
time.
understand this Team Liquid.
You're trying
This
to
Kled mid
look
probably
at the
worked in
item
scrims a
breakpoints
couple
and say,
games, and they were saving it as a pocket
maybe when
pick
you
into
get
Yone.
Rage Blade on
Not a bad
gets his
angle.
Rage
You have
Blade, there's
Sejuani
gonna be
jungle, they
already
picked Yone.
Infinity
They
Edge.
have
Simple
Galio
spike
top.
for looking
Yeah,
at.
just end the game cleanly
And
for
you can see their
FlyQuest.
line
Go
of
into
vision
quarters
here,
with a
all the way
good,
on all
a
of these
good
big
game.
wards. They have a
Don't
full
throw this and
control
then
of
fucking
that area.
make it
and
messy.
now it's going to be about moving that
If
vision
you're an NA
line
fan,
up,
you kind of want
trying
FlyQuest to just
get
close this out clean
into
and then hope
the
they can do
enemy
damage in
jungle,
quarters.
taking over
Yeah,
so that TL
Appa
are
had an
forced to
in-house
face
game
check,
where he went
forced into a position where they
17-1 on
really
Kled
are in a
in mid lane.
no-win spot.
And it's so
That's
easy
the
for
only
Quad
Kled
to
mid we
just
saw in
safely
in-houses.
AoE
But I can
on
tell you when
auto-attacks
Xayah
from
gets
the
Infinity Edge.
Strikebreaker.
Action, boys.
Oh my god, Xayah has IE.
That's fair. We have been
Well,
moving pretty slowly here. After
this is where FlyQuest will
built
start to
their
force
initial
Baron.
lead.
The combo breaker at the very beginning. But here, APA in the side lane trying to make something happen.
My god,
He
that
wants to go
Galio
after
damage,
Whippo.
what?
Whippo using the Justice Punch to trade back against him, and Whippo flashes out of the way of the charge so he doesn't get hit by that one. And now a taunt coming in, trying to dismount
Bicycle
APA.
gone.
Teleports will arrive,
I
but
mean,
it's
hello, my
Quad
name's
getting
Yone.
himself into the fight first, jumps in for the killing spree. APA is already dead,
They'll get
and now
Rumble Flash.
Impact has found himself in a spot where he's likely
Quarte
to
is
follow.
caught in the
JJ
Skarner
grabbed by
ult.
the Impale as Inspired
no point
brings
flashing.
him back further away from
Rumble
safety. That's
didn't have
2
to flash
kills for
actually. I thought Yone
FlyQuest.
would get it, but
Nicely done there.
this is
Until
actually
he's
quite sad
overcommitted,
to
the
watch.
TP comes AJ
Here comes
to
the Baron
boot.
start.
FlyQuest back
10k
to the
gold lead
Baron now,
inbound.
controlling this whole
23 minute
area.
10k gold lead.
There's no 1,000
Just a
gold.
fifth.
Impact's in trouble.
Impact, the very tip of the fate sealed. Quad's probably just going to kill him here, but they bring in Whippo to add insult to injury.
Are they going to 2v4?
Now they can deal with the remaining two guys as well. APA's dismount.
20k gold lead game. Nah, it's not this game.
So finals.
This is quite a depressing way to end for a Team Liquid, isn't it?
I
wish I could tell you something, but it's been over for the last 10 minutes. After they lost the mid 2v2, it's already hard, but then they lost the Herald fight and it was completely over. Yone had 3 kills. FlyQuest isn't even playing it greedily. I mean, Whippo's the only one with deaths. 12k gold difference. He's TPing to top tier 2.
Quite early to keep the
it's a bit in, but he's so far ahead, I guess it doesn't matter. Chat, my ult won't work against TL. They're immune. Against FlyQuest, this is immune this game.
Liquid scrambling to try to defend. Tier 3 turret is almost killed
Rumble's not bad.
already.
Whippo has Zhonya's. Oof, the tower's dead.
The tier 3 turret right before it dies.
Whippo's just a full tanker. This is the second inhib. What does TL even do? What do you say in this fight? What can you do? You don't have Alistar Flash. You can't catch Xayah off guard. Base and go mid. FlyQuest aren't even playing greedily. But if you look at, don't look at 80 carry items. If you're a TL fan, just don't look at 80 carry items. You might have a 5% chance to win. If you look at 80 carry items, you have a 1% chance to win. Oh my god, it's Sven all over again. What the fuck? It actually is. There's a pink ward in the middle of the lane. They're gonna see him now.
Spotted now.
I mean, I don't blame him. What's the point? Like, you're down 12k at 28 minutes and they're taking your third in him. I mean, who do you even flash combo at this point? You don't even have flash. Oh, Masu might die here.
But he ain't gonna be killed just yet. Goes up into the Featherstorm,
Oh,
staying alive
he's
for now.
actually-
Team Liquid wants to
he's
jump
dead.
in and kill him, and they finally got the kill they needed. Impact taking the credit.
There's Quad.
But FlyQuest is so
Wonderful.
far
Nice
ahead.
Q3 into
Quad
ult.
jumps back in with the fate sealed. APA remounts, but it ain't gonna matter.
GG.
Umpty drops to 0. A double kill for Quad. There's no way for Team Liquid to try to survive. Only Core JJ left standing. A triple kill for Quad.
Victory lap.
And FlyQuest. They conquered their demons
Easy
back
win.
in summer finals. And they
TL's
banished them. And they will earn their spot in the quarterfinals as the last hope.
I think
for
if I'm an
North
NA fan,
America.
having FlyQuest win there is pretty nice. I think FlyQuest are the better team. I know TL might have more fans, but FlyQuest are the better team.